o'clock, and I'm going to call the regular meeting of January 30th, 2024 to order. Roll call, please.
Rick Day, absent. Sandy Faust,
Here.
Tom Lennon,
Here.
Joe Mullinex,
Here.
Ron Ryland,
Here.
Dennis C.,
Here.
Drew Stevenson.
Here.
Okay, the next item is reading and approving previous month's minutes.
I make a motion we suspend the rules and dispense with the reading of the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Old business, none. New business, New Year election. Get that over with. Okay, are there any nominations for chairman?
I nominate Sandy for chairman.
Second.
Okay. Okay, I'll do it again. We have a nomination and a second. Do we vote on it? We have to.
Roll call.
Tom Lennon,
Yes.
Joe Mullinex,
Yes.
Ron Ryland,
Yes.
Dennis C.,
Yes.
Drew Stevenson,
Yes.
Sandy Faust.
Okay. Okay, we need to vote for a vice chair. Does anybody have a nomination for a vice chair?
I would nominate Joe.
I second that. Okay, all in favor? Oh, yeah, we've got a second. Mhm. Okay,
Ready? Joe, wow. Tom Lennon,
Yes.
Joe Mullinex,
Yeah.
Ron Ryland,
Yeah.
Dennis C.,
Yes.
Drew Stevenson,
Yes.
Sandy Faust.
yes.
All right.
Okay, now we need to appoint a member to the Board of Zoning Appeals. Is there a volunteer? I didn't think.
I'd volunteer for it.
I'll do that.
I'd volunteer for it.
Okay, then I nominate Ron Ryland. Is there a second?
Second.
It's all right.
Okay, can we have a roll call? We've got,
Tom Lennon,
Yes.
Joe Mullinex,
Sure.
Ron Ryland,
Yes.
Dennis C.,
Yes.
Drew Stevenson,
No.
Sandy Faust.
yes. Okay. Now, we have a chicken ordinance.
And like I've been telling everybody, it's just a formality since the city council kicked it back to us. Nothing's been changed or anything. But it's just a formality that it came back here.
Well, it came back here because it was stated at the city council meeting that it needed more work, and it wasn't done on, they didn't have enough time and it needed more work. That's why it came back to us. So.
So we're
was
sending it
anything-
right back.
We had
Anything changed?
our meeting last Monday, and it was agreed that the ordinance as it stood should go back to the council for a vote.
Yeah.
Nothing needed to be changed.
Then why did we get it pushed back to us in the first place?
We don't know, because evidently.
Well, it came back because Ron said it wasn't done yet.
Oh,
That's why the city council sent it back to us.
Well,
what wasn't done?
the issue of who was doing what, whether, who was going to enforce what rules.
Okay, that is not a planning commission
Well,
thing
that's,
at all. That has to do,
that's what my understanding was too, but it was being,
well, you got to know how the city works. That's an internal thing that they have to handle upstairs, not, we don't say, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. They
Then
have
the
job
ordinance-
They have job descriptions, and as far as where the money would go and all that, that's Kurt Crosstock. That has nothing to do with us down here.
then as the ordinance stands, is good and it can go forward.
Okay?
I would like to add a possible caveat to this, in that my time served as the code enforcement officer, I also saw rabbit hutches, and they're less intrusive than chickens, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm wondering if some consideration should be made for that.
Rabbits are illegal in town anyways.
Oh, I serve chickens. That was just my question. No, that's not an answer you gave me, that was an opinion. What's your answer? You're in a feisty mood.
Not really. I'm just my exact normal everyday self. But, so,
Just a thought, I just thought I'd bring that up for consideration.
there's a lot of chickens in town, I mean, you just ran into some, and with, going back to what you were saying with code enforcement and all that, if our animal control doesn't know how to handle chickens, which is the big stumbling point with them, if there's already chickens in town and they're not picking them up, by following this new ordinance, it lays out exactly how you have to have your chickens taken care of and all that.
At the meeting that we had, the animal control was ordered to find all the chickens and start finding them by the mayor.
So at this point, I mean, do we have a say on if this chicken ordinance passes, or is it up to the council?
We are an advisory board to the council.
Right, it doesn't, that issue, whether we've approved it or not, they still have the final say-so.
Okay.
This ordinance was already turned down once. I'm saying right now, my opinion is, I would make a motion that we pass, we vote on this ordinance. And let it go to the council.
And let it go back to the
And it
council.
will go back to the council,
Yeah.
but I just had some questions as to why it was asked to be brought back and then nothing changed.
Right.
I mean,
I get it, and I explained it.
that's a waste of another month
Yeah.
on this.
So I made a motion that we vote on this ordinance.
Yeah, I feel like there's more things to worry about than chickens. I mean, we
Yeah.
need to get this over with. It's been going on, for 3 months now?
Right.
So,
At this point, somebody would second the
I'll
motion.
second it.
second.
Okay. Roll call.
Tom Lennon,
Yes. Or, I'm sorry.
No, what are we
Yeah.
voting?
Yeah, what do we, yeah.
Let's get,
are we voting to recommend
We're voting
for this to?
the yea or nay, do we adopt this
Right.
to send it to city
Right.
council? What's our approval on it?
Right,
So you're either for the ordinance or you're against the ordinance in this vote.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not for the chickens, so,
We could vote.
okay.
yes.
Joe Mullenix,
Yes.
Ron Rylance,
No.
Dennis C.,
No.
Drew Stevenson,
Yes.
Sandy Faust.
no.
All right.
Did she call you?
No.
Tom,
I did.
you didn't call him for the vote.
Yeah, I did. First
Who's the
one.
first one?
He was the
Oh.
first one.
I thought we were still in discussion.
Anyways, okay,
Did,
we're good.
okay.
All right.
4 noes, 2 yeses.
Okay. Are there any public comments? Any questions? Yes, sir?
I'll just share a comment, I think the reason that it was kicked back was that the mayor was hoping to get some more information. I think there was a couple things missing. Number one, he wasn't sure that there was fines for the chickens, that are out there and that could be out there if it was voted to approve. But the other thing was, he wanted more information, and I agree it's not your place, but wanted more information from animal control about them being able to handle it had it been voted yes. Because, if it's voted yes on this ordinance, then animal control would have to have the same facilities to accommodate, people or the chickens when they bring them in if they don't adhere to the ordinance. And it's, 2,000 square feet for one chicken,
Okay,
They don't have the facility. Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
I understand that, but that's not really the way it would work. They would not be raising the chickens there. They're merely a waypoint until they get rehomed someplace else. And Ms. Maggard came up with several places that can be done. So, I mean, all they would have to do is have some kind of a small coop out there to hold the animals for a day or two until they were dispersed. So as far as, we got to grade the area, we got to have so many square feet per chicken. No, you're not raising them there. You're just merely a way station until they get moved on to the next place.
Well, that probably should come from then animal control, what kind of facility do they have, as part of that. I think that was one of the concerns.
Because right now, they have no facilities for chickens whatsoever down there.
The mayor actually asked myself and Greg Douglas to research what it would cost to set up a facility. And we're in the process of doing that. We'll have that for them by Monday.
The way I see it and understand it, all we would need to do is go down to Family Farm and Home, buy a chicken cage, because like I said, we're not raising them there. They would just be a way station. So they're only going to be there a couple of days at the most. So I didn't see where that was a real issue when it came right down to it. And with this ordinance, with the fees and the fines that are in this ordinance, would more than take care of any costs that would come up with the city. In fact, the city will profit off of this.
And were there fines in the ordinance? I know there was a $70 permit.
Yeah, there's a fine for a first offense, second, and third.
And at the third offense, then your chickens were impounded.
And you still paid the fine. So, yeah. Anybody else?
Okay. I guess, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.